Hey everybody, Blaise here, and I've got another Aaron's Art Tips that I want to talk to you guys about today. Today I want to talk to you about doing your research. Whether you're doing research before doing an illustration, or for your animation, or a painting, whatever it might be. It's so important to do your research, no matter how cartoony or broad you might think something is. And the reason I was bringing it up today is because this morning I was having my coffee, eating my granola. I was watching a little nature documentary on roadrunners, and they had a little slow motion bit of this roadrunner running by the camera. And all of a sudden, it popped into my head. I remembered all of a sudden when I saw that imagery. When I was a little kid watching, the Coyote and Roadrunner, and there was a little bit where the Roadrunner was running in slow motion. And I'll tell you, that live action reference that I saw watching this documentary was very similar to what the artist had done during the Coyote and Roadrunner. So I thought I'd try to find that stuff and pull it all together and go over it with you guys. But real quickly though, I want to just reiterate the importance of doing your research. One of the great things about doing research is that it builds that visual library that I'm always talking about. The more you can go out, the more look for the information, the more filled your brain will get. 20 years ago, it was so difficult to find all the information we needed, but since the advent of the internet, I mean, we've never had a better time in history than now, with all the information right at our fingertips, just to sit down, and even if it's just a few minutes worth of searching and research, it'll make your work so much stronger. I've really gotten in the habit over the years to not rely on what I think I know. Even if I think I know a lot about a subject, I'll get in there and I will research it and find out everything I can before I start putting paint to canvas or pencil to paper or whatever it might be. Okay, but let's go ahead and get into this animation real quick. The first thing I'm going to show you guys, I'm just going to show you the actual animation, this little opening bit for the Coyote and Roadrunner. So there you go. So it's very cartoony. Obviously, it's really pushed. It's a lot of fun, and it's exactly what we grew up on. The Coyote and Roadrunner. I mean, it's great stuff. But then I was looking at I pulled up some other footage of a Roadrunner, and now I'm going to show you a Roadrunner at speed, at regular speed, not slowed down. So you can get a sense. And what's actually interesting is that, the feet are going so fast, the film going through a camera goes through at 24 frames per second. And actually that's not enough. There's not enough pictures being taken at 24 frames per second to actually catch the feet, in perfect clarity. So you get these blurred, fast movements to the legs. And they actually did a good job at kind of mimicking that as well with the cartoony Roadrunner. But anyway, let me go ahead and play this little bit, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So once again, this is just the Roadrunner at regular speed. So you can see him moving along. It's a very quick clip. It's actually pretty funny. But these are, they're very fast little animals. But even the little profile of what these birds look like. Look at the long tail. Look at the plumes of feathers on the head. This is the artist that designed that Roadrunner and the cartoon actually did his research. You could see, he was actually staying true to form, even in the posture of the animal. You can see how the head's pushed forward, the tail's back, and all that sort of thing, okay? So, you've seen the cartoon, you've seen the real thing. Now what I've done is I've gone and I've laid them side by side. And I'm going to go over this a couple of times. And I want to show you how it's actually pretty close to reality. So you can really see that this animator, even though he's doing a very cartoony Roadrunner for Warner Brothers, he really pulled from reality. So I'm going to go ahead and blow this up. But look at this right off the bat. Before I even start playing it, I tried to match it up as best I could. It's not going to match exactly when it plays through, but at least in the starting pose, look at the posture. Look at how that back foot drags. You know, look at the posture of the body. Everything about it is really based on reality. And I'm going to go ahead and pull this back. I'm just going to let it play, and just kind of, I'll let it play a couple of times. Matter of fact, I'm going to loop it. There we go, so we can talk. And I'm just going to let it play and look at the action and just go back and forth and look. I mean, it's amazing how the artist really looked at reality, and then he did what he was supposed to do, or she. I'm not sure if it was a man or woman that did it, but they did what they're supposed to do in animation, and that is you know, to give something life, to make it real. You know, we try very hard to pull from reality. We observe as animators. We look, and artists. You pull from the world around you. Artists are observers, and what's your job is to pull from reality and boil it down and to accentuate it. But you can't accentuate it and you can't boil it down if you don't know it first. And so you need to do that research. And so look at this right here. I mean, you can see the posing really matches up, and all the animator did was then take those real poses and push them. You can see it's really pushed there. But look at the head bob, the tail, all of that is really pulled from reality. Okay? So, get out there, and before you do an illustration, before you do any animation, even if it seems simple, make sure you do your research, because you will always learn something that you didn't know. Even though you thought you might have known it all about the subject that you're doing, you'll always learn something more. We are artists. We need to learn. We need to soak up the world around us so that we can regurgitate it through our hands and boil it down to its essence and actually show the beauty in the world. That's our job, to put beauty back into the world, okay? So anyway, that's the end of my ramble. I really hope you guys learned something. Remember, go out and do your research. Have some fun animating, drawing, painting, whatever it might be. And until next time, I'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye. Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, please hit the red subscribe button down below. Spread the word. And also, if there's something that you're not seeing that you'd like to see, let us know. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks a lot.